Dude, that made me fucking happy, man. That, oh God, Drew, you hit me in the feels right in the beginning. Can you hear me, Drew? God damn it. Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Hello, Drew. Sorry. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. God damn it. Test, test, test.
All right, I'm back. Folks, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello.
I had you just for a second. Hold on. Let me log back in.
Folks, I
Hello, hello?
apologize. Hello, hello.
Mm.
All right, folks, I apologize. We're having some tech issues. We had tech issues on my computer, and then I get on here through my phone. Everything was fine. Everything was fine and dandy. And then, for whatever reason, as soon as I hit the intro for the show, it just went to for literally no reason at all.
Okay.
And I'm going to get, yo,
Test.
hello.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Now
Oh,
you can hear me.
I hear you now. Gone.
Okay. So, take two. Take two of that shit. But just confirming, you can hear me.
I can't hear you.
Jesus fucking Christ. But anywho,
Oh my God, I hate technology so fucking
hey,
bad.
hey, Coke Hogan. Yeah, this show fucking sucks.
I'm going to stab somebody.
Oh man, I want to stab StreamYard in the fucking face.
All right, let me try this again.
But Coke Hogan, you're here. We're having some tech issues. I don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, I do. I know StreamYard sucks. Hence why I'm on my phone and I'm not on my computer, because it decided to just take a giant, whiz all over everything. And for a second, Joe was hearing me. He was hearing me just fine. And then as soon as I hit the intro for the show, everything just went to all hell. So I don't know what's going on. And I feel terrible that people are watching this and they're singing all this crap. Oh yeah. I have the vertical stream open and I have the portrait. I don't know if maybe that's the issue. I mean, it shouldn't. That wouldn't really make any sense, but I think this is all on StreamYard. So I can't really deviate as to what's going on. But Coke Hogan, I appreciate you for being here. So hopefully we can get Joe back in here and everything's fine the way it is, and we can have everything go off without a hitch. Because This is no bueno. Okay. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh my God! I hope this stays. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, praise Jesus or Asgard or whoever. Let's keep it this way.
Okay. All right. So hopefully, let's get it going. Coke
Yeah.
Hogan says he can hear us.
Okay.
Yo, what up, Younglings223 in the chat from YouTube? What's up? But welcome to Real Bites, where this is an entertainment show, and so far it has been the opposite of entertainment. We are trying to make this show work. If you can find entertainment in seeing us fucking pissed and about to lose our fucking mind and just go fucking insane, then yes. And by the way, this show's broadcasting on my public Facebook profile, so friends and family, I hope you're entertained by seeing me crash out.
Oh my God!
Hi, Mom and Dad. But it is pretty funny. Yo, what up, Younglings223? Yeah, entertaining. But anyways, welcome to the show. We got some things to talk about. Maybe not as meaty as last week, where we really went in deep on Brand New Day, but we certainly got some things to talk about. And Joe said something that kind of, caught my ear before the show. So
Yeah.
let's get it going. Yeah. So the first things on the docket is to talk about X-Men, because it's been a very X-Men centric week, starting with the most recent episode, the second to last episode of X-Men 97, because this coming Wednesday is going to be the last episode of season 2.
Which I heard is kind of emotional. I don't know what's going to come, but giggity. I heard it's pretty drastic how they go with this season ending. So I'm excited. I'm very hesitant because this season has brought some very close characters into the limelight and very personable, like Nightcrawler, Gable, even Polaris. I'm just like, where's this going to go? Of course, we know what happened last episode, which we'll get into. What's going to happen with Rogue and Gambit, not Gambit. So let's get into it because I'm anxious about next week.
Yes, sir. And I know not last year, but the last season's finale was pretty emotional for a multitude of reasons. And judging by how this season's going, it's probably going to be more emotional. I mean, we already got emotion like earlier in the season. Coke Hogan saying there's a bit of a tiny audio hiccup, but he can understand punch. I kind of heard it a little bit too, but we're just gonna have to work with it until Roll Tide. But the most recent episode brought back a fan favorite. It brought back Gambit, as we all kind of figured he would come back, judging by Apocalypse, and if anyone's read a comic or two, or even just like knows what they know, kind of like me, is that Apocalypse has Horsemen. One of which, he has a multitude of Horsemen. It isn't just like a certain, bunch of people. It changes. It varies from time to time. Kind of like the Ric Flair Horsemen, where that changed over time. But in this case, he brought in Gambit after Gambit died in Genosha in season 1, and he came back in the he technically came back in the previous episode at the end of that, but he fully came back. He was live and living color, and he apparently killed Apocalypse. Yeah, left his bones there and all for everyone to see. And Gambit came back as a bad motherfucker. He went back to his old crew, Belladonna, and was like, pretty much like, hey, I'm not going to kill you. You're going to work for me. And goes after the X-Men, takes Rogue, because, the idea was that Rogue could have maybe sucked his powers out, even though he's dead. And, the X-Men were like, wait, how's she going to do that when he's dead? And so he kidnaps her anyway, all the while possessing Nightcrawler, which we'll get to that in a little bit. And you cut to this house that Gambit and Rogue are staying at, where he's pretty much saying, like, we should get married. We were meant to be together. Nightcrawler is also the waiter. And, we end up cutting to the bayou, which is where Gambit and Rogue are from. And this also brings back the old school, like, X jackets.
Yeah.
That the X-Men are wearing. And, like, that jacket actually exists. I saw that on social media. I'm like, I need that. I need all of that. All of that. And coincides with the big fight where we get to see Nightcrawler be the biggest, baddest motherfucker. There was a meme I saw where there was a picture of Nightcrawler saying, "It beat your ass and had the Bible if God's watching was a person." And it's Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler is such a cool character. Alan Cumming did a great job in X2. I mean, there's that epic opener where he just like goes crazy in the White House. And then, last season of 97, where we got to see the ins and outs of Nightcrawler's powers, through Wolverine's perspective, which I thought was kind of cool. And then this season, which, you brought it up earlier, where you're like, I kind of wish we maybe get episodes about other characters and not just the central cast. And you got your wish, and I got mine too, even though I didn't know I wanted it. Where we got not just one, but two Nightcrawler episodes. We got the previous one with Colossus, and then we got this one where Nightcrawler got to be a badass and just fuck everybody up on the X-Men. And the episode ends with Xavier trying to find Gambit's soul. He tries to bring it out. I mean, eventually he does, but he has to fight Apocalypse for it, and eventually Rogue comes in and just like, no, this is my man, F off, and then takes Gambit. So somehow they're able to get Gambit's body and his soul. He's not dead. And he's still alive, but they need to try and wake him up, which I imagine they will in the next episode. So the end of the episode shows X-Force teaming up with X-Factor.
Oh man, that's gonna get fucking ugly.
Yeah, the teams are like, no, we will never team with you. Now they have to team with each other because they want to go after John Xavier. So the next episode, or the last episode of season 2, is Wednesday at 2 a.m.
Yep. I'll be up. I probably won't. I'll probably watch it at 8 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, I usually don't stay up that late, partially because I'm older. I'm not the young man I used to be, where I'm like, midnight. That's like when my night begins. And now I'm just like 10:30.
Get off work, eat a bowl of cereal, and go to bed.
I mean, 10:30 is too late for me now. But yeah, if I'm lucky, I'm able to be up that late. But usually I'll watch it next morning, and I try to stay off social media so I don't get spoilers. But I don't know, man. How'd you feel about that most recent episode?
I really liked it. It's a nice build, especially from the previous episode with Colossus and Nightcrawler, and how that theme interacted with the characters. And I liked it too, like in this episode, when like Wolverine was sitting there like, our crew needs help, and Storm's like, we have Colossus to watch after the kids. Let's go. I was like, all right. Okay. We know we got people here. We got people here. We can go do this. So I like that they're acknowledging that the fact that they have these characters in place and they're not being wasted. Now, I did see some blowback that there was no Polaris in this episode. We don't know if she stuck back with Colossus. I think she's going to play a pivotal role in the finale. I don't know to what extent, but I don't know, man. I'm excited, but I'm anxious about the finale. I don't know what direction, because we all know that Apocalypse is controlling the dark side of Gambit. Like we know that.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. But yeah, I mean, I did notice that there was no Polaris, but I don't think Polaris said that she was like back with the X-Men when she was with the episode, or she was with them in that one episode, because she kind of pieced out at the end of the episode. I think she came back in the Colossus one, but I don't think she's officially back.
Right.
But I imagine we'll be seeing her on the last episode, including Logan and some friends.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts or theories about how the finale is going to go, or do you want to save that for next week?
Let's save it for next week, because I don't know. Right, because like I don't know. I don't want to. I try not to have theories, because then I start to get obsessed with it, and then I kind of spoil it for myself.
Right.
So I'd rather just let it play. I don't want to sound like I'm too cool for school, but it's just I'd rather just.
No, I get it.
Let it
I do that. I mean, I did that for Brand New Day. I did that for Deadpool and Wolverine. I overplayed things, and I was like, oh, this didn't happen, and this didn't happen. So I get it.
Right. Okay. I hate to piss you off even more, but I can still hear that hiccup.
Oh, sorry.
Like I can hear you talking, even though it sounds kind of muffled somewhat. But like when I hear you talk, I just hear.
Let me turn it down a little bit. See if that helps. Hello.
We'll just have to roll with it.
Yeah, we'll just have to go until we work this shit out.
Yeah, because I don't think people want to see me crash out for 10 more minutes, unless you do. I'll put up more. It's just reels of me going fuck, and then a reel of you going fuck. So think of the views. But speaking of X-Men, we got more X-Men news coming up. We got another casting, which I believe was this week actually, and straight from Deadline. So if it's from Deadline, it's more than likely legit, because that's where we got the Samara Weaving. So we got Emma Frost. We also have our Cyclops. We have our Scott Summers with our Sadie Singh's Jane Grey. So Deadline reported that Kit Connors will be the MCU's new Cyclops / Scott Summers, or should I say Scott Summers / Cyclops. And not too familiar with Kit Connors' work. I mean, I know I always say it's good to have a fresh face, and he's very much a fresh face. What's up, Chris? So the things I do know him from, he was in The Wild Robot. He played the duck, the little young duckling, which I love that movie, but. And he was in that war movie from last year, which I'm blanking on. It was the Alex Garland war movie.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Which surprisingly has some MCU actors, because Gandolfini's kid's in it. Joseph Quinn's in it. And there's another actor in it that's tied to Marvel, that's tied to this movie. Charles Milton, I believe that's his name. But Kit Connor, he is our Scott Summers, and definitely looks the part. Looks like he's in sick shape. But I can't sit here and tell you I'm terribly familiar with this work, because I was more familiar with Sadie Sink, but with him I'm not. And I for one, I like that, because then I can get lost in that performance. Can he pull off the Boy Scout, leader of Cyclops? Can he be given carte blanche to, well, not necessarily carte blanche, but like have more reign to play this in a way that James Marsden wasn't allowed to play? I know James is kind of getting his just due in Doomsday, but like this is a brand new series. This is a brand new like franchise, for this universe. So, are we getting the Scott Summers that we've been wanting to get? That we've been seeing on 97. That from the comics or whatever. So I'm cool with this. I'm not gonna be like I'm over the moon, but like I'm happy that we finally got a Scott Summers. We got a fresh new face. I think this whole movie is going to be full of fresh face. It's going to be a mix of fresh faces and familiar faces. So yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. But what about you, Joe?
I mean, it definitely looks like they're building, like they're definitely leaning into more like First Class, like young X-Men, Professor X, Magneto definitely could be in their 40s, early 50s, which is, we'll see next week, D23. Which is my guess, and again, I'm sorry for the echo, but I don't know. I mean, are fans gonna want a young X-Men? Because the last, I mean, X-Men Apocalypse didn't do well, and then the last Phoenix one didn't do well either, and that was all fresh faces. So
that was rushed. Also, that was very rushed too.
Very true. Very true. So, I don't know. This one I am hesitant on just because it is a young cast, and I'm just like, I much rather would lean into an older, like I want Cyclops and Jean Grey to head the school instead of being students. And it looks like they're going to be students instead of that.
Right.
And I'm hesitant. And this is the first time. And thing is, I love Sadie Sink as Jean Grey and Brand New Day. You and I talked in depth last week about it. So I don't know. I'm very hesitant on having, basically all these new kids. I'm just like, okay, it's another origin story, which I don't think we need.
Right. I personally don't think it'll be an origin story because I think with a lot of the familiar characters, they cut out origin stories, and I'm happy because they did that with Tom, where there was like, yeah, we don't need to see Uncle Ben die. As a matter of fact, Uncle Ben probably doesn't even exist in this universe, so it's been all May. Fantastic Four was kind of like a quick origin story of like, hey, this happened, So with X-Men, I like that. From what I'm seeing, it feels like it's going to be more like not necessarily like everyone meets up in one movie and that's it. It's more just like, how do we get there? With Sadie Sink, they introduced her in another universe where they lay the groundwork for mutants. For other characters, I kind of wish they would maybe do like 1 hour specials on Disney Plus to kind of better set them up for this universe. It'd be nice if we got an hour long special of Storm. I know allegedly she's supposed to show up in Black Panther 3, which kind of makes sense.
Yep.
Maybe get like an hour special of Nightcrawler. Have that be like a gothic kind of horror movie. And I know he probably won't ever do it, but bring in Guillermo to direct that.
Nice.
And I can see where you're coming from, where it's like, it looks like Cyclops and Jean are going to be more students than leaders, but I think they need to kind of earn that title before they just get like thrusted that. You know what I mean? Because like like for example, Samara Weaving's Emma Frost, and Samara Weaving's like in her early 30s. So it kind of seems like there's going to be some established mutants there. And I know with the MCU, for the longest time they weren't able to get rights. That's why they didn't do X-Men. There's a way you can make it make sense with a lot of these mutants, because like a lot of them you can say they've been here for a while. It's just they've been in hiding. For example, with Sadie Sink, it's like her character was like, I didn't get these powers till I was younger. And that makes more sense. For a lot of the older mutants, it's like, I've been around for a while. I was just doing my thing. I know he probably won't show up in this movie, but like Wolverine. Wolverine's easy because he's been around for a long time, but he does not give a fuck. When Thanos happened, he's like, I don't care. I'm not helping anyone. I'm the ultimate loner. And also there's a theory that maybe the two snaps at the end of Infinity War and Endgame, might have triggered mutations in certain people because all that's gamma radiation.
Yeah.
So,
the thing is, there's going to be a lot that's going to unfold in Doomsday and Secret Wars, because we're not going to get anything X-Men until after Secret Wars. So, I mean, maybe they'll, explain a lot of that, because I know, our good friend Draper had complaints about Jean Grey and, just being thrown in and stuff like that. So,
don't remind me.
I knew you would have thoughts. With me, this Brand New Day, I think this might take place in the X-Men universe. It's going to be a lot of Staten Island. Take what you get from what we give you. We're going to give you something, and for you, fill it in. Because to me, that's what the Staten Island thing was. It was no different than Black Widow and Hawkeye going, oh, this was like, no, what was it? Nova Scotia? Or
Budapest.
Budapest, yes. Like, we never knew what Budapest was. So, Spidey and Punisher could be like that with Staten Island. Like, we don't know.
Right. Well, they did reveal it in Black Widow, in the Black Widow movie.
Oh, you're right.
Which, again, like some stories are maybe better left unsaid, because then I'm just here being like, what happened? What happened on Staten Island? So,
what is
while we're still crying, we're never going to know these things. And I think in some ways it's better we don't.
I guarantee you, in Doomsday and or Secret Wars, we're going to find out why Thor cries. We're going to find out.
We'll find out. But as Joe mentioned, next week is going to be D23.
Yep.
And more than likely, that is when we're going to get our full cast. Because I know this movie, they already have a script written. They already have a director. It looks like they're already getting their actors in. And we're more than likely going to get announcements leading up to next week. And next week is when we're going to get some of those already confirmed and or people that we don't even know are going to be in it. So, but yeah, at the moment, we already have 3 mutants. And let's say by the time the show ends, we might even find out another mutant. So, but yeah, next week is D23, and you can bet your bottom dollar that we're going to be talking about it. Yes, sir.
Hey, side note, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. Thank you.
She's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
She's like the ultimate nerd. Because like she did some like YouTube thing where she's like, I take my PS5 anywhere I go. I'm always gaming, and like I think people were attaching her to what the fuck, Harley Quinn, because she looks very similar to Margot Robbie. And it's like, I wouldn't want that, because If you're gonna recast, like recast someone different. Don't recast somebody because they look exactly like another actor. And I'm happy that she's in this role because it's a character that people, people like that, kind of has a rich history, and then you have a good actor that can pull it off. Coke Hogan.
Oh, go ahead.
Coke Hogan saying one of these YouTube channels experienced Spiffle Dow. What's Dow? Rich Dow. Minorities should hold a doomsday panel. I want to see all can discuss. Well, fucking 9 people would be a nightmare. No, not 9 people. We're already having fucking problems with just 2 people. So 9 people, no. Unless somebody else wants to do the recording, because I'm having a hard enough time doing this on my phone.
Yeah, Elon Musk to get a proper stream for all of us, please.
It's like it's freaking Joe's demonic audio sounds. That should be a telltale sign to you, Coco. Okay.
Oh, I sound demonic. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, because you're talking. I just say,
oh shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, the noise sounds like John Bernthal.
Let me tell you something.
It's just like, yeah, X-Men.
Oh, I feel bad.
You should. Fuck StreamYard. And I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. But anywho, that's the X-Men portion of the show. So, man, what do we got next? I guess we can get into what we've been watching.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, I watched 3 new things this week. Not anything too. Well, one was new, one was old, and one was new, but so yeah, I'll start off with new, The Last House.
Oh, okay.
On Netflix, which has I can never pronounce his name right. But him and Greta Lee, which I was not familiar with, but then I saw her. She voiced oh my gosh, in Spider-Verse 2.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Leela or oh my gosh, it escapes me. But anyway, yeah, I watched The Last House. It's about basically this entire neighborhood gets trapped in their house, and it's raining, and they try like every entrance is blocked. Like they try to exit, they can't. And as the film progresses, you learn like, oh, is this spiritual? Is this existential? Is this alien? Is this or that? And it's a pretty dark movie. I know it's getting a lot of hate. I mean, not a lot of people have been liking it. I will tell you there is some tough animal scenes in this movie that I was not prepared for. That involves their dog and animals from the outside, and I was like, oof. But I'm not going to give any spoilers away because it just released this week, but it takes a very shit. Lovecraftian vibe. That's okay. That's the word I was going for. Lovecraftian.
Right.
Because when the beings are revealed, I was like, oh shit. I was like, that looks fucking good. The downfall is the plot gets kind of like this. Like there's stuff that pans out, and I'm just like, all right, come on, we're not that fucking stupid. And it goes a little long in the tooth. I mean, it's a little over 2 hours long, but I'm just like, all right, guys, let's wrap it up. So I would give it probably a 7 out of 10. I mean, definitely
Mhm.
check it out. I mean, CGI for the most part looked pretty good, especially when it came to the reveal of the creatures. But there's definitely choices that they made where I watched it and I was like, all right, guys, come on. I was like, come on, guys. Like, I was doing Vince Russo. I was like, bro, come on, make better choices, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro. But yeah, I would say give it a try. Again, 7 out of 10. C plus. Just I would say the first half is a lot better than the last half when it came to this movie.
All right. So is that all you watched?
No, I watched
Uno momento.
Oh, okay.
Uno momento. Keep talking.
No, I was gonna say I also watched Yeti, which if anybody knows me knows I'm a big Bigfoot aficionado. I love anything cryptid. I love Bigfoot, Yetis, whatever they're called in the New Orleans area. Just like anything Bigfoot, I'm dialed in. So I was ready for this one. This one is set in the 1950s, and they ham it up so bad. Some say bad good because like every character is just like, I'm a World War II veteran. I'm here to hunt everything. Hey, I bomb shit. Look at me. I'm a medic. Look at me. So every character is very like doing that shtick from the very beginning, which kind of threw me off. And I was like, okay, I see what they're trying to do, and I'm trying to like it. But man, 30, 40 minutes in, it gets old, and it gets old fast. Like the main guy, who is the child of an oil baron, gets this girl whose father is a glorified map maker, right?
Right.
And he went all over the country, went all over Alaska, where they're trying to go, and he brings her in to be the tracker because he's like, she'll know how to track through Alaska, right? And 25 minutes in, she's like, oh, we should go this way. He's like, I have the nose for this. We should go this way. And she's like, I don't think that's what we should do. He's like, I have the nose. What are you? She's like, I follow the map. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, are we doing this? So it was just not. Oh god, the acting sucked. I gave this. When you see the Yeti is 9 out of 10. The Yeti looked fucking great. The plot, the acting, just dragged it down. So this was probably a 4 out of 10 for me. I mean, it's on Shudder or AMC Plus. So I watched that, and then I watched one more movie, which was really fucking sad. So there,
Okay. Can you hear me?
hello.
No.
I can
keep
see you. I
talking,
can't
keep
hear
talking.
you.
Keep talking. No, you keep talking.
Keep talking. Keep talking. All right, I'll keep talking. So yeah, the last movie I watched was the thing called One Life, which came out a couple years ago in 2023, by Anthony Hopkins. He played Nicholas Winston, and he saved 669 Jewish children during the World War II. And we all know. Hello, Drew.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? I
Yes, sir.
I don't get it. Fantastic. Hold on.
Hello, everybody. I actually did watch The Yeti, and I did not like the movie. It's a Shudder movie. I don't think I've ever liked any Shudder movies, except for the exception of maybe two, but that was like a few years ago. But yeah, this movie in particular looked interesting. It had a nice poster, and the Yeti was cool. I'll say that. The acting was just not that good, not very memorable. It was 90 minutes, but it felt longer. So I don't really have anything to say with that. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right.
Still getting that demonic sound, but keep going.
Sorry. All right. So you heard about my review on the Yeti,
Yes, sir.
and then I started getting to One Life with Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, One Life came out in 2023.
Mhm.
It just I was just scrolling through like the apps, Tubi. It's like, oh, suggested for you. I was like, okay. I love Anthony Hopkins, so I put it on, and it's based on the true life story of Nicholas Winston, who is a humanitarian because during World War II he saved 669 Jewish children from the Nazi bases.
Nice.
And there is I wouldn't say a meme, but like a little video that goes around about like a man who sits in the audience and like the host of the show goes, "Hey, if you know this person, can you please stand up?" And like everybody stands up, and like the old man looks around. It's that guy because he was unaware that he was being brought onto the show because he saved these 669 children from Nazi bases.
Uh-huh.
And in the movie, it deals with him like it does two stories. Him in his younger days going through World War II, and him in his older days when he has a lot of regret because he knows he could have saved more. Like he's like, I could have done this, I could have done this, and he's dealing with a lot of regret and pain and thinking he really didn't do anything. Like it's a lot of doubt. And Anthony Hopkins, fuck, god damn it, when this guy fucking acts, he fucking acts,
Right.
and it's so fucking emotional. Like I sat there and I'm not gonna front, I shed some tears watching this because he's sitting there and the host is like, it's like, no, we're talking because he goes in thinking like, oh, we're gonna talk about my life's work, what I did in the field and whatnot, and he's sitting there and the host is like, one of the survivors of this is this lady, and she's sitting right next to you. And he looks over and he starts getting choked up. And then the host is like, oh, and this person is sitting next to you. And he's sitting there going, and the host goes, if you have been affected by this person, stand up. And the whole fucking crowd in the audience stands up. And it's so fucking emotional. Like, I was like, why have I not seen this movie when it came out? I was like, where was this hidden? Like, it's so fucking good. And, like I said, I love Anthony Hopkins, and he seems like such a chill dude in his old age. So, this was a 10 for 10 for me. So, I really recommend it. It's on Tubi. I don't know where else it's at, but yeah, it's called One Life. It's based on a true story. Definitely go check it out. But that is what, besides X-Men '97, that's what I watched this week.
All right. What I've been watching. I watched a new. Hold on. I watched a new movie that just dropped on streaming, and it's called Soulmate, which is supposed to be I guess not really a spin-off. Oh yeah, it's a spin-off. It's set in the same universe as Megan.
Okay.
To which the first Megan I thought was good. Wasn't great. It had its problems. I still would have wished it was rated R so we would have got more violence. But the second one I heard was dog shit. I heard it was doo-doo. So this one, from what I heard, because I was listening to Cody Leach talk about it. Shout out to Cody Leach. He brought it up because I think he says he like knows somebody that kind of has like a high ranking at a Blumhouse. That this film had already been in the can for a while. I think it finished like maybe a year and a half ago or 2 years, or yeah, like a year and a half ago. And they were going to release it last year in January, but the movie Companion came out, so they're like, "Oh, we don't want the same film to come out, so we'll just put it on the back burner." And apparently, somebody at Blumhouse thought Megan 2 was going to be a huge hit. So yeah, and so this had been pretty much in the can for a while, and then they saw Obsession come out. And they're like, you know what, fuck it, let's just have it come out. And this film is kind of like Obsession. The themes, granted, not as good. And it does have the themes of Companion, where it's about artificial intelligence, or it's about, robots and man trying to play God. And we already know how that goes well. This film's also, this film's rated R. It's not like Megan at all, where it's straight up rated R. We get some gore. We do get a scene in the movie where it's probably the first time I've seen it, to where I just went, that really happened. Like, Jesus Christ. So the main lead, I guess I should say the main lead is the one that's on the cover of the poster. She's the chick from Evil Dead Rise. She played the sister, not the older sister, the younger sister. And she plays, I believe her name is Sarah. She's the artificial intelligence. And then the main male lead, I'm blanking on his name, but he's a widow. His wife had passed away recently, and he works from home, and he works at this like fancy schmancy artificial intelligence company. And Claudia Dumit from The Boys, she's in it. She plays like the potential romantic, interest. And Buck from Daredevil Born Again, he's in it. He plays like the, I guess like the manager, the boss of the place. And he's not British in this one. He has an American accent, which is kind of weird. And again, he's the smarmy, sleazy, tech bro. Where he's like, I'm on your side, buddy. And it's like, I'm pretty sure. I thought the leads were fine. I think I maybe went a little bit too hard on this movie than I should have, because the movie wasn't that bad. It's pretty enjoyable. I do think it was a smart idea for them to be like, let's put this shit on streaming, because I don't think it would have survived in theaters. But overall, it wasn't bad. I was entertained for the most part, with a few hiccups. I do think there's a lot of tropes in this movie that they do handle well. But yeah, everything kind of happens the way it does, where it's just like, the guy, he orders the AI bot and comes in, and of course he falls in love with her and overrides her permissions on her server. We all know how well that goes. And the AI bot ends up falling in love with him to the point where she becomes possessive or obsessive. And she starts going through his social media. And then she realizes he's getting too chummy with this, you know, good-looking girl at work, played by Claudia Dumit. And this movie is also very horny. There's a lot of sex in this movie. A lot of sex. I mean, there's even a scene where like they're at like a restaurant, and then they go outside at some random place, and she's like, "Let's do it right here." And she just like takes off his pants and fully just like wraps her legs around him and just starts grinding on him. I'm like, well, shit. And then when that happens, these two guys catch him and they try to record him, and she just like fucks them both up. Like she breaks this dude's hand and then breaks this dude's arm. There's another scene where again it's tropey. Like you always have like the random scene where there's a sleazy rapist guy who wants to follow her, and I'm trying to remember this right. I think she rips his dick off without taking off his pants.
Ow!
Because all I see her do is just grab him by his dick and then just twist it. And then I just see this giant red stain on where his crotch is. I'm like, did she just rip his dick off? That's not the first time a dick gets ripped off in this film. And let me explain to you how, Joseph. So later in the film, the lead guy, he's like, okay, I made a mistake. I need to take you back. I need to take you back to the company or whatever. So he leaves her at home while the delivery man who originally dropped her off. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be at work, but I'll just let you in because I have technology that I can let you into my house. So yeah. And the delivery guy comes in and he's, trying to do his like usual routine of taking back machines. And the Sarah wakes up and she tries to be, she tries to seduce him. And she's like, have I been a bad girl, Daddy? And she's crawling back to bed. And of course, the sleazy, frumpy, fat delivery guy's like, oh. And he takes off his suit and they're doing the deed. And she's grinding on him. And I just hear him go, oh, you're getting tighter. I'm like, oh. Oh. By the way, hi, Mom and Dad. Oh.
Is that you?
And he's just like, wait, that's too tight. That's too tight. Maybe the first time I've seen that.
Well,
so bravo, soulmate. And then of course the movie ends with like a chase and they follow each other and then he kills her. Whatever. And the movie kind of has like a weird ending where like it cuts to months later and for whatever reason, him and what's her name from The Boys, they aren't together anymore or whatever fucking reason. And then he turns around and meets a friend where he's like, hey, I brought my own AI bot chick. And it's the face of Sarah, but it's not really Sarah. So I guess the movie ends with like, did her intelligence really follow what's his name back? I'm like, whatever. But I mean, the movie's enjoyable in its own way. It's not terrible. It's about 90 minutes. A lot better than the last Megan movie, maybe slightly better than the first movie because as far as like gore goes and a little bit more maturity and more brutality. So Soulmate, I gave it, like I said, looking back on it, I may have went too hard on it because I actually did like it. I didn't hate it. So I would say like a C-. That was kind of my grade for that. Other shit I've been watching, the newest season of The Lioness, which is on Paramount Plus. It's a Taylor Sheridan joint, and it's with Zoe Saldana, where she basically plays the head of like this super secret, FBI, whatever the hell group that has jurisdiction, that has leadership, that outranks everyone everywhere they go. Those kind of deals where it's like, I outrank everybody here. I'm amazing. Look at me, America. And it's such an awesome show. Like Zoe acts her ass off on this show. I mean, granted, anything I've seen her in, she usually acts her ass off. I mean, she was great in Guardians.
Right.
Wasn't the biggest fan of Avatar, but she was great in that too. And I didn't see that movie where she won an Oscar, which I heard was. But she's amazing in this. Like, she deserves all the Emmy nominations, all the wins, because she is just that good. It's an easy. I think it's an easy watch. Like, it's one of those shows you can get sucked into. You know, because I got sucked into the first episode. I'm like, all right, I want to see where this goes.
Right.
And like I said, the first episode of the new season came out last week. I know episode 2 is supposed to come out today. So, Lioness, if you haven't watched it, watch it. I mentioned when you were off for a few seconds, I did watch The Yeti on Shudder. I didn't watch it. I'm not a big fan of Shudder movies. I've noticed that. Like, I think I've only liked 2. And that was yeah, I liked Dark and the Wicked, which I remember when I reviewed that, the lead actor, he commented on my review. He's like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then there's a movie called The Power, which is supposed to be set at like this, I guess like a children's hospital in England during the 70s, and like that movie's kind of a slow burn, and then it takes like a really sharp right turn where you're like, oh crap, like that's what this is about, and then it gets really good after that. After that, other movies on Shudder just haven't been nuts about, and this is kind of right there where like I was intrigued by the poster, and I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Yeti fan, but I like him enough. And yeah, the Yeti stuff looked cool. The kills look cool. The acting was not that great. The characters were not that great. I liked how they were adding at least some nostalgia where it's like, back in 1943, some voyagers went out into the middle of nowhere and got lost. That tells you lost.
Listen here, what is this lady? She's a lady. Why is she telling us where to go on this map, huh? She's a girl.
A gal? What's next? I gotta let him vote? Yeah. She belongs in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care for it. Didn't really care for it. The ending, to be honest, I don't remember how the movie ended. I kind of remember bits and pieces. So, yeah, Shudder movies I'm not big on. I like their specials. I like when they have like lists, like marathons, but
Into the Darkness.
Yeah, but their movies, like you said, are hit or miss. So there's that. What's another movie I watched? I think as far as movies goes, that's all I watched, because there was one movie I wanted to watch this week, but it said it was supposed to come out this week, but then they're like, no, it's coming out on the 20th. I'm like, but it says the 7th. It says it's the 20th. I'm like,
I saw that.
Yeah, Tony, which was the movie about Anthony Bourdain, which I want to watch it. I will watch it, but like Regal was like, no, it's really the 20th. But why does it say the 7th right there? It says the 7th. You just have a Regal guy just taking it. But TV shows. There's My Adventures with Superman. That's about to finish up next week, and I'm kind of mixed. I'm kind of mixed on it because this season they brought in Hank Henshaw, and if anyone knows about that character in the comics, then you kind of know where this is going. And they were kind of building him up as being like the big baddie of the season. And then in the middle of the season, they were just like, nope, this is the big baddie. I'm like, but that was the villain. Like, nope, this is the new villain. I'm like, okay. So I've been very mixed on it. And it looks like it's about to end. And again, I really like the first 2 seasons. I like how they handled Supergirl. Probably a lot better than the other 2 live action adaptations.
Yeah.
But as much as I'm kind of ragging on this season, I'm still enjoying it. I would still watch season 4 when it comes out. So I would say if anyone hasn't watched it, watch it. And then the Cape Crusader show, I eventually will get back on it. There's been so much other shit to watch, and they dropped the whole season in one day, so I have a week to watch it. And I've caught up to the newest season of King of the Hill, which last year they revived it, where it was like a reboot sequel. And if you're a fan of the original King of the Hill, you're gonna like this, because they don't lose the spirit and the soul and what made the original show great. Basically, it's Hank in a world that he doesn't recognize, but he's still evolving with it without like trying to be hip or cool. But he's still recognizing that this is a new world I need to adjust to, but I'm still going to be me. And last season I thought was great. This season I'm enjoying a lot more. They do kind of close the book on one recurring storyline that happened with Dale and his wife Nancy. Which, if you know, you know. And they do it in a way that's very heartwarming. And it's like, oh, okay, I like that. I can dig it. Because like how long can you go on with like Dale pretending to not know that Nancy's fucking John Renfrew?
Right.
So they do close the book on that, where Nancy actually starts to their marriage gets better, and then John Redcorn shows up and she's like, you know what? I don't have any more headaches. And he's like, well, call me if you do. And then he backs out of the driveway and leaves. So I thought that was good. That made sense. Right. But what else? I think that's it. Again, there's just really hasn't been a lot to watch. Obviously, No Way Home, not No Way Home. Brand New Day is, taking over everything. They just got IMAX screenings, so we'll get into the box office later. But yeah, I mean, Tom Holland and Zendaya and John Bernthal, they're ruling Hollywood right now, pretty much.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much what we've been watching. Do you want to do box office last and then do the thing you mentioned earlier? Or
whatever you want to do, bro.
So you mentioned at the top of the show, before things went to shit on the audio side, that you were kind of interested in doing fan casting.
Yes, for a particular movie, because you brought it up, and I was like, God damn it! I was like, because 2 nights ago I rewatched the hard R animated film of what you said this director should do. And I was like, fucking. I want to talk to Drew. I was like, I want to fan cast this. Like, who should be who? So, you want to do that? You want to do that right now?
Well, now I'm forgetting what I said. So, what is it?
All right. So, The Odyssey, $1 billion+ movie.
Okay.
Nolan. So he's going to take a 3-year break. And people are like, well, what should he do? What should he do? And Chris Nolan said, oh, I would love to do horror. But I don't know what I could do. Because we got Obsession, we got Backrooms. I don't know if I can do horror. And you brought up a concept, and I've read the story. I played the game. I just watched the hard R animated movie. Let's talk Dante's Inferno. Because if anybody can do Dante, it's Chris fucking Nolan. So, you want to fan cast this?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. The only character I know is Dante.
Okay.
I mean, because I did play the game. I didn't read. I might have read the book when I was in high school. Because wasn't it like?
Well,
wasn't it like a?
It's a 3-part. Dante's Inferno is the first of the Divine Comedy. So
No, because I was gonna say, isn't the story is like he needs to get his wife's soul out of hell, but he can't look at her, and then like literally he needs to take one step out of hell. Then the motherfucker decides to look at her, and then she's banished forever.
well, no, it goes deeper than that. Like in Dante's Inferno, his wife makes a deal with the devil and
Okay.
says, like, my husband will be back. And she doesn't know that Dante fucked up. Like, she thinks he's going to live this Christian life.
Hmm.
He fucks up. And then when he returns, she gets cast into hell. And so Dante has to go through the 9 rings of hell to get her back.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. And it goes graphic, it goes dark. There's a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, if you remember playing the game, I mean, I suggest anybody like who's not familiar with Dante's Inferno, go to Tubi. There is an animated film called Dante's Inferno that's very much from the text, and it goes hard R because it deals with the 9 levels of fucking hell. You know, greed, lust. Shit, I forget the others, but it is. When you brought it up, I was like, God damn, could Chris Nolan do Dante's Inferno?
He can and he will.
Oh my god.
What I thought was interesting was like in the Odyssey, he told Ludwig Göransson, don't use any modern instruments. Just use what would have been used back in the day. And it worked because, you know, it had that authentic sound. Imagine him being like, same thing, but imagine instruments used in hell.
A lot of drums. A lot of boom, boom, boom. Like a lot of that type.
As far as Dante, I have actors in mind.
Go.
I'm biased. Pattinson would be fucking amazing. Maybe one of the Skarsgård brothers, preferably Alexander.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say Bill, but Bill's like, that's almost like, you know, oh, we need crazy Bill Skarsgård. It's like, all right. I was thinking Bernthal, but it's like Bernthal just kind of plays, at this point, Bernthal just plays the same role. And I love Bernthal. Maybe Matt Damon, but it's like, that's almost just like, that's just like, yeah, Matt Damon. Here we go.
No, your first choice is my first choice.
But yeah, Pattinson. Because to me, Rob Pattinson is the actor that everybody thinks Timothée Chalamet is.
Yep.
Yeah, because like, you know, he has another fucking movie coming out. The movie where he's playing Chris Hansen. That looks insane. I remember it was kind of funny, like him and Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway, they were doing press for the Odyssey, and he's trying to remember the movie he did with Zendaya earlier, the drama. And he's like, I can't remember what movie that was. And then Tom Holland goes, "Oh, look at me! I have so many projects." I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, Pattinson, where it's just like this dude did Twilight, and like for the longest time, that was following him, and now it's like I want to see Pattinson and everything. Like I look forward to anything that he's in.
Well,
You know, good.
Well, when you said Pattinson, I mean, that's the first thought is because I think of the lighthouse. I think of like this fallen figure. And if you played the game, if you watched the show, like Dante is not a good fella. And I think Pattinson would sit there and be like, and he would have that gravitas to sit there and go, no, not the devil. Like I just feel like Pattinson would have that. Duncan, get out. Vámonos, amigo. Sorry, my dog's being a pain in the ass. But I think Pattinson would sit there and have that. Like, could you imagine Pattinson as fucking Dante with that fucking cross on his chest and him going, in whatever made up language he can come up with?
Pattinson's a chameleon, dude. Like the guy has range. He doesn't play the same role in every movie. You know,
Nope.
I mean, he obviously has the same face and the same look, but the dude has range. You know, in the drama, he had range. You know, in the Devil All the Time, he had range. Odyssey, he had range. In the movie where he's playing almost like Chris Redfield, which that'd be fucking cool too. Can you imagine Rob Pattinson as Leon Kennedy?
Oh my god.
That'd be
If
awesome.
only.
No, but you know, him showing up as Chris Hansen, you know, he has range. Like, you don't recognize him because he really does get lost in the role. And him as Dante, it's just like he already has that intensity.
Oh god.
He can already play damaged, you know, kind of like impure characters. And him showing up in this, dude, like, I take my money. Take my money. That's all you need.
So I had my first pick for Beatrice.
No.
Like, you may go ahead, or do you want to?
I like I said, I only got Dante. I think you're gonna have to like do everything.
Well, I will, because I thought about this last couple days. Because when you said your post was perfect, you're like, the post was like, what did Chris Nolan do next? You're like, Dante's Inferno. I was like, God damn it, Drew. I was like, and then I started thinking, I was like, actors. Beatrice, Florence Pugh. She gets taken by the goddamn devil. You're so old.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your demonic audio. Fuck you.
Florence Pugh.
You had me at Florence Pugh.
And, I already got my devil, too.
Looks like I'm blowing you. Eh,
Gross. Defoe. Can you
Continue.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Defoe.
You're about to invoke the spirit of Shaheen by saying that.
Share this shit. This is my Dante's fucking Inferno. Pattinson, Dante. Florence Pugh as Beatrice. Willem Dafoe as the fucking devil. Now, thing is, Dante needs his Virgil. So who is his Virgil? The ghost spirit who guides him along the 9 gates of hell.
Well, don't keep you in suspense. Who is it?
I was like, this is what I think you get, and it's going to be an older casting, but I would either go Ian McKellen or Skarsgård, the father.
Not bad. Yeah, Stellan. Yeah, that's not bad.
That would be my pick for Virgil, because Virgil's just like, I'm here to guide you. I'm here to get, I can't help you, I'm here to guide you.
Mhm.
Like how Skarsgård was in Pirates of the Caribbean, a little bit.
Right. Okay. Good cast so far.
And thing is, there's so much. And the thing is, you have to go hard R with this. Dante's Inferno needs to be a hard R, and I don't know if Nolan would want to. Like Nolan can go R. Go.
Robert Eggers.
Oh, do not tempt me with a good time.
Hey, he can go. He can go places where Nolan can't. He can match his style. He can go as authentic as possible. I mean, what was in the new movie Werewolf? Like he has all the actors speak and act like people from that time. The whole movie is going to be in black and white. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I believe. I don't think he's going to speak a word of English in this movie. I don't think he's going to speak at all.
No,
And it looks amazing. And same thing with Nosferatu. He had actors that just spoke like people from back in the day. So,
with Dante, you have to go to a grand scale. You can't just keep it subliminal. And that's the thing with Eggers, with Nosferatu, and even with Werewolf, like he's going to keep it very, very. I don't want to say simple, but and that's just going to be large. With Dante's Inferno, you have to go large fucking scale. I mean, you're talking 9 gates of hell. You're dealing with like murdered babies, abortion, suicide, genocide, mass murder. This is all intertwined with Dante's Inferno. Eggers could do it, but could he do it to a large scale?
I think he could.
Oh my god, you put a lot of eggs in that basket.
I just saw somebody else, but I don't know if he'd do it. Zach Kreger.
If he had, here's my point. If he had 2 or 3 more movies behind his belt, yes,
I think so. I mean, he's already doing a big budget IP with Resident Evil, so I think he can pull that off. And at the same,
here's,
but
sorry.
No, I was gonna say like he can obviously work with practical effects.
Yep.
And he's proven that he can work with a big cast, like with weapons. So I think Zach Kreger can work with large scale. And like you said, maybe he needs at least maybe two more movies after this to kind of prove, large scale. I think he can get there. I think with Eggers, he's good at obviously practical. He's good at making everything feel like it's being lived in, during the time that it's being filmed. But kind of like you said, where it's just like, I don't think he's good at grand scale. I think he's good at make everything seem grand, but it's on a very small scale.
Yeah. To me, if you want Dante's Inferno, you need that $250 million budget. If you're going to do the whole, because again, Dante's Inferno is just the first act of that series. So, like, you need the budget. So, who can fulfill that budget and exceed it?
Yeah, Nolan can take care of all those things, but it's like, will Nolan go hard on? That's kind of the question. And I think he can. I think if he understands it enough, he's going to be like, I need to make this feel as authentic as possible because, with the Odyssey, I think it's like the first time you got to see him be more grimy and show the not so nice badass part of war. It's just that
It's the first time we saw Nolan actually go that direction since Memento, actually.
right. Memento. I think Memento. So that's kind of my worry. But it's just like we need to find a director that is a mix of like is very practical and on a big scale, but also not afraid to go that dark route. Where it's like we need to find somebody who has the best of both worlds with Nolan and Eggers.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the thing is when you brought up Dante's Inferno, the first thing I thought of is because I know Nolan can do it. Is could you imagine the boat of Quran, the one who boat you over? Your eyes. See, you fucking know what I'm talking about. Like the boat of Quran. Oh my god, the fucking boat with the head, and he's just like, I will take you over. No one could do that shit. I don't know if anybody else could fucking pull that off.
oh man. You're making me obsessed over something that's probably never gonna happen.
And that's the thing is, that's what takes me back to Defoe, because Defoe in Boondock Saints talks about the ride of Quran. When you've seen Boondock Saints, right?
No.
Oh my god! Never seen Boondock Saints?
Sorry.
Holy!
I'll watch it. I will watch it. Don't worry. Continue.
Fucker. It is. It's. The thing I love is Norman Reedus, Willem Dafoe. Oh shit! The Irish comedian stand up.
Sean Patrick Flannery.
He's in it. He's the brother to Norman Reedus. But no, the Irish guy. Oh fuck. Anywho, so it's an awfully bad, great movie. I love it. I love Boondock Saints. It's so bad. It's so good. Fucking
Chris is saying Billy Connolly.
yes, fuck yes. And fucking Ron Jeremy's fucking in it, and he gets fucking killed.
Yeah, good. Fucking. But
it's such. That's what draws me back, because there's a particular point in that movie where Willem Dafoe talks about when these gangsters die and the pennies are put on their fucking eyes. He's like, oh, that's a testament to the Quran. He's like, the pennies are put on for them to get on the boat to cross over. And I was like, that's why I want fucking Willem Dafoe to be fucking Virgil. That'd be fucking great.
Nice.
And again, when it comes to practical effects with a blend of CGI, Nolan or Del Toro?
Yeah, but the thing about Guillermo is that, yeah, great director, but his movies always kind of have that same theme to it, where it's always about this like sadness of like anything. It's like the Frankenstein movie was about like, oh, he's a monster, but he really wants love. He just wants somebody to love. You know, every other movie like Pan's Labyrinth, same thing. And again, great director. I don't know if he'd be good for a Dante's Inferno, personally.
Yeah. Because with Dante's, you need that payoff.
Right.
And I feel like Nolan would deliver that. The thing is, it's just like, with Guillermo and Chris, like we're friends. First name basis. I wish it was. They had that understanding of we need real sets, we need practical effects, and if we need to mix in CGI, those are the two that I would lean to when it comes to making. Like, God damn it! Seriously, I am on a fucking high fucking horse for a Dante's Inferno movie right now. Since you brought it up, like I spent all week going, I cannot wait to talk to you about this. Like, I've been so fucking pumped. I was just like, I want this.
I hope we get it because it sounds like too much. It's right there. It's right there, and I hope we get it. I hope Nolan does it. I kind of hope Robert Eggers does it, just to kind of see how he pulls it off. Because it sounds like too much. It sounds like too good of a movie to not do.
Yeah.
And if you can get my boy Pattinson in it, you got something. But is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and it's the end of the show, so we're going to do what we usually do, and that's box office. We'll just end it with that. Kind of a new list, but not really. There's two new ones. There's some that kind of fell off, but there's 3 that are still on. The top 2 are kind of, it looks like they're going to be the mainstay for the next couple months. Number 5, Toy Story 5. Weekend domestic 3.90 mil with a 42% drop. Domestic is a 470.38 million. Worldwide 1.067 billion, and that was on a $200 million budget. So kind of looks like it's rounding out its theatrical release. It's already in the $1 billion club, and like I mentioned, we're getting more. We're going to get even more of these story movies. So, yeah. Number 4, Super Troopers. This opening weekend domestic $4 million. Worldwide for 4.20 million on an $18 million budget. Kind of looks like it maybe won't make that back.
Quick question. How was the reviews for that?
To be honest, I don't know. Because I remember seeing the first one and not being all that crazy about it. I don't even remember there being a second one. Yeah, the trailer for this one, I watched and I went, it's just, gross out humor, which I'm not opposed to, but it's like, you got to make me laugh at least. And a lot of the shit I saw in the trailers didn't really make me laugh. But anyone listening, did y'all see Super Troopers 3? If you did, just comment. Let us know. Was it good? Was it meh? Was it, Scary Movie 6 where it was just, or not? Yeah, Scary Movie 6 where it was just like maybe certain people, like, did it have that cachet of just like, more and more people loved it, but then more and more people hated it? This almost just seems like it just nobody really liked it. But I don't know. Number 3, One Night Only. Opening weekend 5.70 million. Worldwide 6.20. The budget is 30 million. This is a rom-com. It has Callum Turner, who is I don't want this to sound disrespectful, but he's married to Dua Lipa, so he's doing fine regardless. And I forget the actress's name, and she's really good. Monica something. Monica. She was in Maverick, and she was also in the Bob Dylan movie. And she's really, really good. So yeah, it's a rom-com where like the premise is like one night only people can have sex.
God bless.
Which in other words, marriage. But which again, it's just like um, oh,
Jesus
tough crap. So, yeah, I'm here all night, people.
Christ.
But yeah, again, it's just like not opposed to rom-coms, but it's just the trailer I saw where I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. You know? Where it's like, I'm good looking, I'm quirky, I'm even quirkier. Let's get busy. So I'm like, all right. Well. So I've heard critics talk about this in not a favorable way. And again, critics don't matter. Critics kind of do matter to a certain extent, where it's like, to be honest, I haven't even heard like fans talking about this. Like this and Super Troopers 3, I haven't really heard anyone talking about it that much.
Yeah. Kind of fell off the wayside.
But again, Callum, he's doing all right. He's dating Dua Lipa, so he's always going to win.
God bless him.
Or he's married to Dua Lipa, actually. And 1 and 2 are kind of obvious. 2 is The Odyssey. Weekend domestic, 31.50 million on a 38% drop. Domestic is 461.7. Let me make sure I'm getting that right. 461.17 million. Worldwide, it just hit a biddy. 1.008 billion on a $250 million budget. It's not going away anytime soon. They just ordered more IMAX screenings up until September. So Odyssey, it's become Christopher Nolan's highest grossing movie. They just beat The Dark Knight Rises, actually. So, different. And number 1, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Weekend domestic, 145 million. It had a 60% drop, which is common for their second week. But it's weird.
60% drop from like $1 billion. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a flop, people. And it's weird because I'm seeing more and more people be like, I just saw it again. And it just got IMAX screenings too. So it's said to get to 2.5 billion.
Yeah,
it's already
doing fine. It's doing fine.
It's already in the top 4 highest grossing MCU films, and by its end, it's going to be in the top 3 highest grossing films of all time. So it's going to be right up there with Endgame, Avatar, and Titanic, probably, or maybe the other Avatar movie. But
quick question for you. Like, that's one thing I noticed about not just Spider-Man, but Odyssey and films recently is like, I guess they call it glazing, but they're like, Tuesday did the best number ever. It did 42 million. And tomorrow it's going to do 36 million. And it's going to be the highest grossing film of all time this time of the year. Like, I don't remember, like, people talking about that type of stuff in the past couple of years. Like, is that something that's new to you, or is that something that I'm just glazing over, or like, because I just noticed that in the past couple of films, there was just like, it's the highest Tuesday ever. Like, do you think that's just like a new thing, or like?
I mean, I think everything's always a new thing, to where they're just like, oh, it did this. It did the highest numbers ever on Monday. It did the highest numbers ever on Tuesday at 2 p.m. It did the highest numbers on Wednesday during, lunch, or I don't know. Like they're just making up new shit. And I don't really get lost in the sauce with that kind of shit. I just kind of go with it. I try not to be a box office whore when it comes to this shit, where I'm just like, $1 billion franchise is making even more money. I'm like, it's just one of those things. I'm like, hey, it's Spider-Man. It's, we talked about this last week. He's their cash cow. He's always going to be their cash cow. And Tom Holland's not going away anytime soon. I'm pretty sure. Once this new trilogy phases out, or not phases out, but like ends, they're gonna be like, we're gonna give you a blank check and just put whatever you want. We'll have somebody else. We'll have somebody else in the suit, and you can just do the acting. You don't even need to get ripped. Just wear a shirt.
I'm going to tell you, he's going to be making Zendaya babies in no time flat.
Oh yeah.
But it's just something that I just kept seeing like the past, like, and I don't hate it, I don't knock it, but just like with Spider-Man, Odyssey, and even a few flicks before that, were just like this movie made so much on a Wednesday. Like, did you see? I was like, yeah, I saw the movie twice. I'm good. And they're like, did you see it made so much more on Tuesday? I was like, okay, I don't need to hear it again. Like, do you is that gonna be a thing now? Like, or can be annoyed by that?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same thing where it's like, today is National Cheeseburger Day. Today's National Cat Day. Today's National Wife Day. Today's National Chicken Wings Day. It's like, okay,
Like, my favorite thing.
But I don't really care about that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
just to kind of finish it out, domestic was 655.9 million. Like I said, it just joined the $1 billion club, 1.67 billion. It already topped Endgame's record for I think most on a weekend or something like that. It's currently the highest grossing film of the year. And
like so much more.
it's going to make so much more because I think I said last week, I don't know if I said this last week, where you can kind of tell what a good film is by the amount of times people go back to see it. And there are people who have gone back to see this multiple times. And now that you're getting IMAX showings, you're getting that. Doomsday is going to be kind of tricky because it's coming out in the middle of the holidays in December, and then it's going to bleed out into the new year. So not to say that Doomsday won't make $1 billion and that it won't be good. I have a feeling maybe it won't be as good as this one. So yeah, but it's gonna. I think it's gonna hit $2 billion. I can guarantee it.
I mean, we can't account for the amount of merch sales that it's doing right now.
True. And like with success, you get detractors. I'm already starting to see the people. They're like, the movie wasn't that good. Or here's the ones that get on my nerves, where they're just like, it sucks. Well, can you tell us why? And it's usually the people that don't have a profile picture. I'm like, all right, whatever. Or like, it was mid.
One thing I will say that I will agree with, Tom Holland doesn't have his villain.
True.
That's one thing I will agree with. Like, he doesn't have his Green Goblin. He doesn't have his Doc Ock. He doesn't have his Venom. Everything's been kind of manifested that he has to deal with. So that's one thing that I see people complain about, which I'm just like, okay, I get it.
I mean, the complaints I do agree with are the ones that I had, where it's like, you brought in Tombstone only for like 2 seconds. You brought in Scorpion for maybe like a few minutes, and again, it was good to see him. The suit looked cool, but it's like, that's it. We never really got an explanation as to how him and the Punisher met.
Where the fuck is Vulture?
Well, he's stuck in Morbius's universe.
Oh, fuck. Do not, Drew. Do not get me fucking. Oh my God. I'm gonna get. Oh, do not get me, Drew. Do not get me started.
I think we should find. I think we should find some guys who want to do some good and find Spider-Man. Intriguing? Question mark.
Oh, can we not find somebody who can deal with vampires? Who's a Sorry.
Hey, your audio's already fucking up. Don't fuck up anymore.
Sorry.
This is the best we could do, people. But no, I think they're gonna retcon that and be like, no, he never went there because fuck that movie.
Well, here's my thought on that real quick. I think they're going to retcon that with Ghost Rider.
Okay. Yeah,
That's my thought. I think they're going to bring people in, Matt Marcelli, which sucks. I mean, he was pretty much fucking Wesley Snipes' age at this point, anyway. It's the way it's so fucking long. Sorry. Again, upset. Midnight Suns. Can we do something?
They will.
But that's my hope that they're gonna retcon the shit.
Right.
I know. I saw some stuff with Doctor Strange today, which I'm just like,
Let's save that for next week.
yeah.
Yeah, the other big complaint is the one I had, where it's like, how is Peter making money? It wasn't like Toby, where Toby was like pretty much destitute, where it's like he was literally living off of one paycheck. Whereas like Tom is like, how do you have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment in your apartment. How are you making money? Because you don't work for the Bugle, because the Bugle isn't in this movie.
I think that's one of those moments where they probably had film. Same thing with what's her name? Bringing Spidey in at the hospital. Dawson.
Oh yeah.
I think that Spidey got something from. Let's remember, Spider-Man exists. Peter Parker doesn't. So he didn't get shit from any Aunt May fund, but he may have got something from the Tony Stark fund.
I was about to say that maybe because, like, in his will, Tony left the glasses, but maybe Tony left him some money.
Yeah,
where he's like, "Yeah, take care of yourself." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense," because Tony obviously thought of him as a son. And I don't know if they could just explain that. Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like there's so much, and that's why my biggest complaint about Brand Day is like it needed. It feels like it's a long movie. That's the one thing Draper said. It's a long movie. Yeah, it's 2 hours. It should have been 2.5 hours. To explain.
No, it is 2.5 hours.
No, it's just 2, right?
No, it's 2.5. It's like 2:25.
Really?
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ! Give me 30 more minutes.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted too, because like the movie was going, and I'm like, can we get some more time? Let's get some more time. Like you, like give me more. Like that's when you know a movie. That's when you know a movie's good, is when it's just like, oh, I don't even feel how long this movie is. I want more.
Like one thing I would love is seeing Peter go up to an ATM and go, puts in it like a card, and go, and it said nothing, and he's like, oh shit, that's my Peter Parker account. There's my Spidey account, and it's like,
yeah, exactly. It's just little things like you don't need to give me the whole backstory. Just give me one little small second clip of like explain it in a second, and that's all I needed. Like I don't need like Mr. Stark. Like I don't want to hear any more Mr. Stark shit. You're on your own. Just tell me what happened. Just tell me everything I need to know. But
even Happy showing up.
What was that?
Happy.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, just like, yeah, again, like I said, detract with success, there's always going to be detractors. And it was like that with Endgame. It was like that with No Way Home. It was like that with The Dark Knight.
Wolverine, Deadpool.
Wolverine and Deadpool, that's a movie I can see people being like, I didn't like it, because I
love that movie is shit. And I'm just like, guys.
It's not a terrible movie by any means, but I can see why people could be like, I don't think it's that great, because
I went back and watched it. I was like, oh, I get it.
I mean, when you kind of think about it, there's really not much of a story to it.
No, it's nostalgia.
Yeah, like the villain's kind of weak.
I love her though.
Yeah, she's good, but she's kind of not that interesting. Deadpool being like, my whole world's in this photo, and it's like, I kind of don't get the impression that it is. Obviously it was cool seeing Hugh Jackman back in the suit, which granted, I was more hyped about that like 5 second scene where he's wearing the John Byrne suit. And I was like, oh, can we get more of that? Because I like that more than the yellow suit. But like his kind of backstory about how he, I guess, didn't kill the X-Men, but humans did. I'm like, how did humans kill the X-Men?
Backstory.
I get the impression that they shot a scene for that, but they cut it out due to time, and we're maybe going to get a backstory in like Secret Wars or something. But again, that's the kind of movie where I'm like, I love it. I maybe overloved it too much, but I love it, for different reasons. But I don't think it's a better movie than Brand New Day or, Guardians or the first Iron Man.
It's a movie that I can love and go back and go. I could put it on the background and go, I like this. Like, it's not something I take serious, but something like, oh, cool.
It's enjoyable. All in all, it's enjoyable. It's not perfect, but it's enjoyable. Brand New Day, I almost feel like I'm defensive over it, where I'm just like
a little bit.
I feel like the Kevin Hart meme of like the lady holding up Kevin Hart and going, like, that's me. But
I'm sitting there like defending the Hulk thing. It's like, why am I doing this? Like, because I don't know. It fucking matters to me. Like, it just everything adds up. Like, all this little shit makes sense. I know some people are like, oh, Jean Grey was just added in just to be added in, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I enjoyed the fucking movie.
It's just I was listening to Draper talk about it, and I'm hearing him, and I'm just like, like I can hear the thing from Kill Bill, the like, Draper knows I love him. Come on, he would bust my balls too. But yeah, it's just like, I was like, all right. At the end of the day, these are movies. Who cares? Like, I stopped getting mad about people shitting on movies a long time ago because I'm like, wait a minute, what am I getting mad about? It's a movie. Like, I'm not gonna end a friendship over a movie.
Not for me.
But again, I save that for the part of my brain where I'm like, how dare you? But at the end of the day, I'm just like, it's a movie. Who cares? Like,
right.
People can like them, people can dislike them, but I'm gonna get mad either way. No, but anyways, I think that's pretty much it.
Yep.
We were able to make this show work.
I'm so sorry to everybody. I'm so sorry.
I do apologize to everybody in the beginning. We had a snafu on the audio, and we're able to make it work, even though Joe's audio was possessed by some demon. But again, we made it work for an hour and a half, and hopefully we won't have the same problems next week. But from the way it seems, I'm gonna have to get a new computer, which is easier said than done. In the meantime, I'll need to be doing these on my phone, which is a lot easier than I thought it'd be. I thought there'd be a lot of problems, but it's actually not that hard. But I'll need to memorize. I'll need to memorize things we talk about, which is easy. It'll be a lot. I think it'll be a lot harder for the wrestling show because I'll need to remember matches and segments, which is fun. But for this, I think it's a lot easier. But that is it, people. Thank y'all to everyone watching, everyone that enjoyed and suffered through this the way we suffered. But
thank you guys.
Godspeed, people. Anyone watching on the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. It's good for the algorithm. And anyone watching anywhere else, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, and also on TikTok and Instagram, make sure you subscribe to all my socials. That's about it. And yeah, every Sunday. Before I say that, well, let me kind of finish it out, and I'll ask you something else. Yeah, every Sunday it's Real Bites at 6 p.m. Central Time here on YouTube, and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. or every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's the Experience. So that is it for me, Joe. What about you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and TikTok at Moose Breath. It's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, anything you guys want us to talk about. Please let us know. We love the details. But anything, thanks, Drew. I'm so sorry for any audio issues on my end. I mean, it sucks. I was so mad. But
Do you think it might be that you're recording in a different room?
Same room, just 45 degrees, different direction.
Yeah, man, you never know. Audio's tricky.
I might have to turn my table 45 degrees to change for next week.
Right.
But anything, like, I just want to showcase my nerd shit. But that's where I'm at. Thank you, Drew. I thank everybody. Peace and love. I love you guys. If you need hugs, let me know.
Anyways, people, see y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Hopefully with no snafus. But take care, peeps.